For this assignment, you will need to use some more of your air dry clay. You will take a small part of the air dry clay and roll it into a ball the size of a ping pong ball. Add it to a container and add some water and stir it up. You want this clay to dissolve. This clay will be called slip. It is the glue that holds the clay together. Then you're going to take another pinch of clay and roll it out onto the table. You want the coil, the rolled out piece of clay is called coil. You want the coil to be between the size of a pencil and the size of your finger. Then you're going to take a toothpick and scratch the coil. You're scratching the coil to add slip to. Scratching the coil is called scoring. Adding the watered down clay is called slip. Then you're going to roll the clay up into something that looks like a cinnamon roll. After that, you will smooth out the edges. It's important that the cinnamon roll is about the size of your little finger. You do not want this to be too thin, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Then repeat the process. Make another coil, score, and slip the coil. You can add the coil to the previous coil on the outside edge to make the pot larger. You can add the coil to the previous coil on the inside edge to make the pot smaller. Continue smoothing as you go along. It's important that the inside is smooth also. When you're almost out of clay, make one final coil and apply it to the top of the pot. It's important that this coil is not smoothed on the outside. You will smooth the inside, but do not smooth the outside. This gives your coil pot a finished appearance. It looks cleaner this way. Then spend a few minutes cleaning up. Make the outside of the pot as smooth as you possibly can. You may need to add some slip or some water to smooth the surface. Then you will set this aside for a day or two and let it dry. When it is completely dry, then you may begin using sandpaper to shape it. Use rough, medium, and smooth sandpaper. You always begin with the rough sandpaper first, and as the pot gets smoother, change to the smoother sandpapers. Finally, it's time to paint. I like how the hieroglyphs on the Egyptian pots added interest to the pots. Well, I would like to create awareness to gangs in America, so I am going to create hieroglyphs for my pot out of gang symbols. This is not because I am in a gang, this is because I am creating awareness about gangs. I will continue adding gang symbols around the edge of my coil pot until it is finished. This is my finished coil pot. The finished coil pot will raise awareness of gangs in America.